This is a final test of 39778. What we're going to do is feed a laboratory signal generator into the inputs on the back, and we're going to be able to hear and simultaneously view the output on, we're going to be able to view it on this device, which is a dual trace oscilloscope. And autofocus is going in and out, but I think we can get the job done here. The upper display will be your left channel, lower display will be your right. Also, there is a black device above the frequency counter, which will have horizontal amplitude representations of the left and right signal. The upper horizontal will be the left signal, lower horizontal will be the right. That's actually a pretty nifty little device. It's a Nakamichi audio analyzer. We can measure power, distortion, frequency response. A very nice item produced by Nakamichi. We've got 4 of them here. But anyways, let's back this out. Now, one of the things I want to caution you about is, let me back this out. And I'm not using this with a preamp, so the sound might be excruciatingly loud. Not so much for you, but for me and the microphone on this camera. So it may sound distorted, and what I'm going to do is probably turn the sound off so that we can just view the display. But initially I'll turn it on with the sound just so that we can make my ears hurt. Yeah, now I'm going to do this camera. This amplifier is kind of crazy here. So we can't see the scope and the power switch at the same time. That's not good. Anyways, here we go. You know we have somewhat of a turn-on delay here, 5 seconds plus or minus. Then you're going to hear a 400 cycle sine wave, probably distorted, and eventually I'll shut it off. But here we go. Hopefully that's not too loud. But, oh, by the way, that's what the inside of your item looks like. Upper display on both the Nakamichi and the oscilloscope is your left channel. Lower display on both items is your right channel. So let's back this out, turn it on and off a few times. And what I'm going to do so my ears don't start to bleed is I'm going to shut the speakers off. Your item is still working. It's working on what's called a dummy load now. So the item is still stressed as if it were producing sound out of a speaker, but now the audio energy is converted to heat in a dummy load. I can select 4 or 8 ohms. Right now we're using 4, which just stresses your item more. Anyways, we're going to turn this on and off a few times. One of the reasons, actually, we do this for 2 reasons now. Number 1, we want the customer to examine the item and make sure it's working to his satisfaction. Number 2, it's nice evidence if UPS destroys the item in shipping. We can show them that a functioning item left here. So I'm going to turn this on and I'll see if I can get the power switch at the same time. But if your item is working and we're just running your audio energy into a dummy load instead of speakers, so I don't need to get fitted for hearing aids later. There, we just shut it off. And again, you have, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 second time delay, which is normal. And there we go. We'll shut it off again. Yeah, we'll do this a few times. Then I'm going to upload this to YouTube, wrap up your item. It's going to run overnight. And if it passes the overnight test, then it's ready to go home. Yeah, we just turned it on. There you go. Turned it off. Turned it on. Turned it off. turned it on. Okay, that's the end of this demonstration. I'm going to wrap this up and send it to you too.